Silver grain. It's where every hand-poured silver artwork begins. But how do you find the best silver grain for your creations? Well, today we're going to show you. Welcome to the first episode in our series, A Beginner's Guide to Silver Pouring. Whether you're new to silver art or an experienced silver punk, it's absolutely crucial to start with the right materials. But first, let's talk about why the quality of the silver grain really matters. If you want to create fine silver items, using 3/9 fine silver grain is essential. It ensures purity and gives your pieces that stunning gleaming finish. When sourcing your silver grain, obviously you need to pay attention to, I'd say probably three main factors. The purity, the price of course, and obviously the reputation from the place or supplier you're buying from. I mean, we've already just touched on purity, but it is worth repeating. Always aim to try and buy 3/9 fine silver. And it's just a personal preference for us at Silverpunk, as I just feel it does pour a lot better. I mean, you can pour using silver rounds or bars that you melt down yourself, but it just doesn't seem to give the same results, the same quality. I prefer the actual silver grain. Now, when you're buying, obviously it is buy beware. You've got to have a reputable source, as I've said. And as you'll see, there's some examples here. You've got some 3/9 fine silver grain and some 925, which is sterling silver grain. Now, they both look identical to the, the untrained naked eye. You can't really tell the difference, so that's why you need a reputable dealer when you're buying. Know where you're buying from. That's the best advice I can give you. Get to know your source, because obviously you need to know what you're buying is what you want. So, like say, the difference between 3/9 silver and 925 sterling is pretty big in silver content, as you can probably work out from the figures. 3/9 silver, what this is, it means 999 parts out of every 1,000 are pure silver. So that means basically it's pretty much as pure as you're going to get. And obviously 925 sterling silver, what that is, that's 925 parts out of every 1,000 is pure silver. So obviously you can see that it's not all pure silver, and obviously you can get other grades. You can go 800, 900, 800. There's even Britannia silver, I think, which is about 950, I think. So if you're going in wanting to buy 3/9s, you got to make sure that's what you're getting, and that's what it boils down to, finding someone you can trust and with a good reputation. So always try for that, and just remember there is lots of different grades out there. But for pouring, what us silver punks have found, the 3/9s is just nicer to pour in my view. We've had better success with it. I've done some 925 bits, and it just comes out a bit dirty, and it's a bit harder, a bit lumpier to pour, because of the other metals that they cut the silver with have different, obviously, cooling and melting points. So yeah, stick to the 3/9s if you can, and you should be good as gold. Now, looking at price, in terms of price, obviously the silver market fluctuates. It goes up and down every day, and I'm sure you've all logged on and seen the silver price up and down, and people making YouTube videos about spot price and what is even spot price. What does that mean? Well, spot price is just the going rate for the actual silver, the intrinsic value of the metal. Now, obviously, on top of that, you've got the refiner will put a premium, however much they want on top. So you'll hear people saying, "Oh, what's, how much above spot price? What's the percentage above spot price?" So, obviously, different dealers, different refiners, suppliers will all have a different premium of what profit they want to make. That's all it is. It's their profit margin. So, check out the latest prices, obviously, before you buy. If the silver price is really, really high and you don't have to buy that day, then try and hold back. Try and wait until next week, because it might come down. But obviously, it's the markets, isn't it? It could go up further. So I'm in the camp with, if you need it, just go and buy it on that day, regardless of the price, because in the long run, I'm pretty sure it all equals out. It's a bit like when you come to stacking. If you buy all your silver on the one day, then you're not going to get the ups and downs. You're not going to benefit when it's low. So I think just buy it as you need it, and pretty much as anything in the world, if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. So just bear that in mind when you're buying. So I know what you're going to ask now. Where can I find it? Where can I source my grain from? Well, obviously, like I'll go over again, reputable dealers is a must. I mean, you can find them online. There's precious metal dealers online, of course. There might be even some local coin shops, local to yourselves, or even eBay at times can be good places to start. But you really got to remember, always check the reviews and ensure that the seller you're buying from is trusted before making a purchase. Now, obviously, I'm quite lucky, as you can probably tell from my accent. I'm a Brummie and I still live in Birmingham. So not far from me, I've got the actual jewellery quarter. So there's lots of choice, there's lots of refiners, lots of coin shops, there's lots of places I can go and do deals and see what I can find. And it's just building relationships with your supplier. I use 2 or 3 in the jewellery quarter, and they all have websites online. As you'll see, there's some online websites I'm showing you now. And they're all, they're reputable, they're good, they're honest. And I've had, touch wood, I've had no problems wherever I've gone. So I think it's like anything with business. You build up relationships, you get to know a company or someone there on the desk when you go in, and you kind of get that rapport, and you can go in, you feel comfortable, and you know what's happening. And like many of the companies now, they've got their own websites, and you can go on, you can check that day. A lot of them do put the price on, some don't, some you have to call up. Others will put the price on the day. But obviously it does fluctuate, as we've discussed, due to the spot price, ups and downs. So yeah, so that's what I think you should do. Just try and find someone you're comfortable with, good reputation, and go from there. I mean, obviously it does depend on what sort of quantities you're buying and why you're buying. If you're just a little hobbyist and only need a little bit, a couple of 100 grams here and there, I mean, it's not too bad at all. But if you start buying in bulk, then that's where you can really, start finding some good relationships and hopefully start getting some good prices and, start doing some good deals when it comes down to actually buying your silver grain. So in conclusion, if you're honest, silver grain is the heart of our art. It's almost, to us, it's almost like what the canvas is to the painter. Starting out with the quality materials will set you on the right path. It really will. It'll help you create some beautiful silver pieces. If you haven't got the right thing to start with, you're not going to get the good results. So stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll discuss the essential tools and safety measures needed for the silver pouring. So I'd like to thank you in joining us on this journey into silver pouring. And if you found this useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss our next episodes coming up. Leave any questions you have in the comments below, and remember, become part of the Silverpunk revolution.